Back to the most news in the morning. Madison, Wisconsin, capital of the Badger State, a university town, has always been a liberal stronghold. In 2004, they packed the streets for Democrat John Kerry. And in 2008, they filled the Kohl Center for candidate Barack Obama. President Obama hopes to recapture that youthful spirit and get young voters out to the polls this year. He's headlining a rally today on the University of Wisconsin campus. Emma Roller is editor-in-chief of the Daily Cardinal, one of the school's newspapers. She joins us this morning from Madison. And with us from Washington is Cord Jefferson. He's the Washington reporter for TheRoot.com. Good to see both of you. And Emma, let's start with you. So the president packed out the Kohl Center in 2008. Lots and lots of enthusiasm. You were a sophomore at the college back then. How are students feeling now about the president?
Good morning, John. That's a tricky question to ask. I think that 2 years ago, a lot of students were definitely very excited about President Obama. On election night, there was a huge impromptu rally on State Street when he was elected. But 2 years later, what we're seeing is a bit of a slump and maybe a bit of disillusionment on the part of the students that I think Obama is trying to regain a bit today.
All right. Well, we'll talk about some of the issues driving that in just a second. McCord, let's bring you in here. The president tried to energize the youth vote with his Moving America Forward events. But if you take a look at a Washington Post ABC News poll, only 55% of 18 to 29-year-olds say they're absolutely certain that they'll go to the polls. Does the president have a big hill to climb if he hopes to light a fire under the youth vote this year?
Absolutely, especially if you consider that another Gallup poll recently showed that youth voters who are somewhat or quite interested in politics has dropped 56% since November of 2008 when Obama was elected. Obama had an unprecedented youth voter turnout, the likes of which the country's never seen. So trying to replicate that this year with these sorts of rallies and whatnot, especially since Obama's not on the ballot, is going to be difficult, if not impossible.
So he started these rallies with only 5 weeks left, Cord. Is that too late?
I think that this is somewhat of a Hail Mary. I think that it is perhaps a bit too late. I think that starting these rallies with 5 weeks to go until the election sort of tells you what sort of importance they're putting on this and sort of what sort of effectiveness they believe it'll have. And I think that they sort of wisely understand that this is kind of a Hail Mary and a last-ditch attempt to sort of turn around these sort of really tight races in sort of important states like Wisconsin.
And as we know with Hail Marys, they're always exciting to watch, but very, very rarely do they ever work.